It's 35 degrees because the weather in Sydney is trolling me, which I don't appreciate. For 1 week, the only words out of my mouth have been a mumbled yell of "I but of Zac Efron," which has bothered people given the lack of context and also the aggression with which I am speaking. You see, today I be interview with Zac Efron. And whenever I try to concentrate on other things, like doing my job or preparing questions, I get intrusive thoughts. Like this, and on a related note, this. It's very concerning. My obsession with Zac Efron, who you might know from such films as 17 Again, Hairspray, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, Bad Neighbors and Bad Neighbors 2, is probably inappropriate given my age. I am a grown woman, and position as a person who has been trusted with the responsibility of interviewing him. It started with 17 Again, when I realized that this sickeningly beautiful man was actually super funny. It grew when I saw Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and the funny plus hot combination was even more obvious. And then I pretty much exploded all over my seat when I saw Bad Neighbors 2, and the equation became funny plus hot plus woke. But back to today. I wake with a message from a colleague saying Happy Zac Efron Day, which is thoughtful, but also, I feel like she might be mocking me. I have been contemplating for days how to best make it seem like I am naturally attractive, LOL, without putting in a conspicuous amount of effort. Did you fake tan? A friend asks when I walk into the office. Does a natural tan leave you with orange palms, you moron? I respond, and I realize I am getting antsy. It's the nerves. When I mention that I straightened my hair and put on a lot of makeup today, as though it needs pointing out, my colleague nods. Ah, of course, for the cameras. No, not for the cameras, Kerry. For Zac. I started researching for the interview a week ago, but it was of no use. It's at this point I need to confess something, and you're going to be mad. Because I am being a really bad feminist today. You see, I am also interviewing Zendaya. And I haven't mentioned it until now, which is really wrong because she's so talented and brilliant and does all the things like singing and dancing and acting and being ridiculously good looking. But I just so happen to be madly in love with her co-star, and it's no one's fault but his. What kind of sick person would do this to a heterosexual woman? A few days ago, I watched The Greatest Showman, the musical Efron and Zendaya are starring in, alongside Hugh Jackman. There's a romantic storyline between Efron and Zendaya, which I did appreciate, but the film is genuinely brilliant. And this interview is all about Zac Efron falling in love with me and us running away together. The film. As I leave the office to go to the interview, questions printed far too small on a single piece of paper,